Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Rink-Side with Hits and Clips. Well, as you can tell, it's a brand new setup for some new features that me and Zach are going to be releasing come the first week of June. So you're going to want to stay tuned for all of the news that is about to be released. The first week of June, we also want to mention too that we have a brand new surprise for everyone, and it's the new official Rinkside with Hits and Clips Instagram account that's going to launch, if not June 1st, the first week of June. So be sure to tune in to that and keep an eye out for that news that will be announced on our Rinkside with Hits and Clips Bluesky account as well. Well, as you can tell from the description in this video, it is the recap video for the entire CHL Championship Series for the OHL, the WHL, and the QMJHL. And today, on the time that I'm recording this, is when the Moncton Wildcats claimed the QMJHL title over the Rimouski Océanic, who are the hosts of the Memorial Cup this year. So if you saw the Rimouski game today, well, that's not the last of the Oceanic because they will be making an appearance in the Memorial Cup, which we will get to in just a few moments. But without further ado, let's get started. Well, if you're new to our channel, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate the support as we're always looking to grow our channel. We're always looking to grow our fan base and our viewership as much as possible. As you can tell, we're looking to grow our HD quality for videos. We're looking to increase our social media platforms as well. We're looking to increase so much content that we want to share with you guys. So to just break down this video, we're going to start with the OHL Championship Series between the Oshawa Generals and the London Knights. Then we're going to get to the WHL Championship Series between the Medicine Hat Tigers and the Spokane Chiefs. And then just the game that finished today was the QMJHL Championship Series between the Moncton Wildcats and the Rimouski Océanic. Well, we're going to start with that Oshawa and London series as the London Knights defeated the Oshawa Generals in 5 games, defeating the Generals with a final series of 4-1. Well, on Thursday, May 8th, it was the Oshawa Generals who won their first victory of the OHL Championship Series. And not only that, it was on the road in London, which is a really difficult building to win in. So as a result, the Oshawa Generals defeated the London Knights with a final score of 4-2 to take a 1-0 series lead. Well, we go to game two in London, and on Saturday, May 10th, it was the London Knights who came up strong over the Generals, winning that game 5-2, and at this point, the series is tied at 1. Well, we shift over to Oshawa for game number 3, and on Monday, May 12th, it was the London Knights who took a big victory out of the Generals, 7-5 in Oshawa. So at this point, London takes their first series lead of the championship series. And on Tuesday, May 13th for game 4, London just destroyed Oshawa, taking this game with final score of 6-2. And with London having a 3-1 series lead, it's going to be very difficult for the Generals to go back into London and try to at least get a victory out of the Knights and send this back to Oshawa for game number 6. Well, unfortunately, the Generals just could not do that, as on Thursday, May 15th, the London Knights once again defeat the Oshawa Generals with a final score of 5-2, and as a result, the London Knights win their second consecutive OHL Championship Series back-to-back over the Oshawa Generals, but this time it was in London. So big congratulations to the London Knights for claiming yet another OHL Championship Series. You will see the London Knights in Rimouski this coming week for the start of the Memorial Cup. So if you are a fan of London and you're heading out to Rimouski, be sure to let us know how your experience was and how your experience is, depending on the time that you watch this video. So big congratulations again to the London Knights for claiming that OHL championship title, and we will see you in the Memorial Cup. Well, we're going to head over to the Medicine Hat and Spokane WHL Championship Series now. And I was personally rooting for the Medicine Hat Tigers all the way as the Medicine Hat Tigers defeated the Spokane Chiefs in 5 games, winning that series 4-1. And let's just see how it played out. Well, on Friday, May 9th, For game number one, the Medicine Hat Tigers defeated Spokane in Medicine Hat, winning that game 4-1, and they take a 1-0 series lead. Well, going into game two on Sunday, May 11th in Medicine Hat, it wasn't as easy for Medicine Hat in this one, as Spokane had a dominant force over the Tigers, and they get their first victory in this championship series, winning that game 6-2. Well, we go to game number three, and we shift over to Spokane for the next three games. And in game number three on Tuesday, May 13th, it was the Medicine Hat Tigers who shut out the Chiefs 6-0 on the road. So credit to the Tigers on winning that game. And then we head over to game number four on Wednesday, May 14th. And it was Medicine Hat who once again defeated Spokane on the road. So they win that game 5-2. And at this point, they have a 3-1 series lead and they look to close it out on the road in Spokane. Well, for game number five on Friday, May 16th, it was the Medicine Hat Tigers who closed out the series over the Spokane Chiefs with a final score of 4-2. And, well, as a result, the Medicine Hat Tigers are WHL champions as they win game five on the road in Spokane's building, and they will be heading to the 2025 Memorial Cup in Rimouski. So congratulations, Medicine Hat, and we'll see you in the Memorial Cup. And then the last series to cover that just closed out just today at the time of this recording was the QMJHL Championship Series between the Moncton Wildcats and the Rimouski Océanic. Obviously, Rimouski is hosting the Memorial Cup, so they will be in the Memorial Cup no matter the result, whether they win or lose in Game 6. Well, for game number one on May 10th, it was the Moncton Wildcats who defeated the Océanic with a final score of 4-2. They take a 1-0 series lead. We then go to game number two, also in Moncton on May 11th, and it was the Wildcats who defeated the Océanic with a final score of 4-3, but this time it was in double overtime. So at this point, Moncton has a 2-0 series lead, and that's exactly what they want, heading over to Rimouski with a 2-0 series advantage. Well, we go to Rimouski now for game three, and on May 14th, it was Moncton who once again takes a 3-0 series lead with a 6-4 victory in Rimouski, and they can close out the series in game number four. Well, on May 15th for game number four, it didn't come as easy for Moncton this time, as it was the Rimouski Océanic who defeated Moncton with a final score of 5-1, and they keep their season alive as they make the series 3-1 at this point. Well, once again, Moncton has a chance to close out the series in game number five, but they still couldn't do it as Rimouski came up big, winning the game 3-1. They make the series 3-2, and they win the game on May 17th, forcing a game back in Rimouski for game number six, which happened to be today. I was actually watching this game on TSN, and man, what a dominant effort. I did miss the two first goals because we were having issues with our TV internet here, but nevertheless, I was able to see Moncton's third goal where Rimouski would score two more goals right after that. And just, Rimouski was fighting right to the end. They just couldn't get the tiebreaker in that game. But nevertheless, the Moncton Wildcats, they are QMJHL champions as they will not only be staying in Rimouski for the Memorial Cup, but Rimouski actually gets to participate in the Memorial Cup as well since they are the hosts this year. So as a result, there won't be a game seven for this series. So we officially have our four teams that will be playing in this 2025 Memorial Cup Series tournament. It will be the OHL champions, the London Knights, the WHL champions, the Medicine Hat Tigers, the QMJHL champions, the Moncton Wildcats, and the hosts of the Memorial Cup this year, the Rimouski Océanic. And then if you guys are wondering what the schedule is for this Memorial Cup series, if you wanted to watch it on TSN, if you wanted to watch it on another network, if you just wanted to attend the games overall, I don't know specifically personally if the Memorial Cup is sold out, but I can tell you that it is very expensive. Probably more expensive than NHL tickets, I can probably tell you that. So the Memorial Cup will start this coming Friday on May 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Our first tournament matchup will be versus the Medicine Hat Tigers and the Rimouski Océanic. Day number two for the Memorial Cup will take place on May 24th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time between the Moncton Wildcats and the London Knights. Day number three on May 25th at 6 p.m. Eastern, Rimouski will once again play, but they will be taking on the London Knights this time. Well, day number four on May 26th at 7 p.m., Moncton will take on the Medicine Hat Tigers. Then for day number five on May 27th at 7 p.m., the London Knights will take on the Medicine Medicine Hat Tigers. And then to close out the tournament bracket schedule matchups, it will be on May 28th at 7 p.m. for the Rimouski Océanic and the Moncton Wildcats. Now, I personally won't be in town to watch any of these games for the tiebreaker or the semifinals or the championship series. So unfortunately, I will be missing watching those games. And I was potentially planning on doing maybe a record after every single tournament game, but since I won't be around for these ones, I'll just be doing an overall recap video at the end of the Memorial Cup just to break down the final scores and the overall results for this Memorial Cup. And obviously, if necessary, if a tiebreaker needs to be played, that tiebreaker will be played on May 29th at 7 p.m. So be sure to tune into that. And that's only specifically for the Eastern time zone. If you want to watch the semifinals, it will be taking place on May 30th at 7 p.m. And then June 1st, the first day of the month, the first day of when we release our new exciting Instagram platform for our Rink-Side channel. June 1st at 7 p.m., the championship series, either between the London Knights, the Medicine Hat Tigers, the Moncton Wildcats, or the Rimouski Océanic, that championship series will take place on the first day of June. So I just wanted to create an overall recap video of the entire championship series for the OHL, WHL, and QMJHL. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss any additional content like this. We're always looking to enhance our content and make it better and more exciting and engaging for you guys. We're always looking to grow our viewership and subscribers as much as possible. And if you didn't know, we also have a podcast over on Spotify for our audio version. Now, we don't post every single video on our Spotify podcast if it's all visual related, but if it's all discussion topic based for a specific league, player, or team, then we will be covering it for our Spotify platform as well. And as mentioned at the beginning of this video, we also have our Bluesky account where we post all of our updated notifications, and soon we'll have a secondary platform on Instagram where we post all of our notifications as well. So be sure to stay up to date for all of those notifications as well. Well, thank you everyone for tuning into this video, and we will see you very soon.